This is my PC and I've been having a little bit of bother with it. Where are we? So I think it's a power supply issue. Can't really see what I'm seeing, but I'm just using my little Canon power shot thingy. I've got I don't have a CD player, a DVD player, so I just use an external. And I just stick it on top there, plug it into the USB 3 that I'm in. Just got the card reader, and I've kind of modified the front of it slightly. But I've put I've had a few problems. The computer's been freezing. I don't know what it's been. I thought it was a part of the graphics card at first. So I changed my graphics card and I've put a GTX, I think it's a 1050. I think it is a 1050, I don't think it's a 1070. But I don't think this 430 watt power supply is up to the job. Let's have a look at see what you're seeing. Right. They're okay. I don't think it's up to the job, so I'm going to take it out. There's quite a lot going on in there. I've got my snips handy. Let's have a look. But it is, I mean, I am replacing it with a Corsair, so I might just be able to put these power cables back in and just unplug all the power cables. There are a couple I can't unplug, it's not fully modular. There's the main 24 pin and the CPU power I think are fixed, but I might be able to get away with reusing it might not be the power supply, but that's for the fans, that's clipped on there. That has to come off there really. And if I'll just pop off it. Got a little kind of cable tidy thing. And you can see that little cable tidy. I've got a torch up here. Usually have a torch about somewhere. I just got to get this little thing off. Maybe use a pair of scissors just to get underneath, just to break the glue. You got to be careful. Sharp things in a computer. I just unclip it. That's it. No drama. Just unclip the cable tie. Okay. So where does this power cable go? Have I got cable management going on? Power cable's got to come out. Is that being tidied up? Yeah, that's being tidied up. Oh, goodness knows, it's been a long time since I've been in here. I cleaned it the other day there just to blow all the dust, and it has helped a wee bit, but it's still freezing. There's a lot of fans in here and there's a lot of things going on. I mean, a 430 watt going by, you can get a little go online and put all your hardware in, and it tells you the power supply you need, you know, depending on the hardware you've got. But what's holding it in here? It's just a dark hole in here, isn't it? That's the problem with them. So there's something holding that in. What's stopping that? There's a cable at the back there. Let's get that out of the way. It's not a very good case. This is a Storm Scout, Cooler Master Storm Scout, and there's no cable. There's nothing at the back. Nothing much anyway to help you. I just don't want to pull cables out and then not be able to see what I pulled out. What's going across there then? Let's have a look. That's got to come on. Get that out. That's the power supply for the PSU, the GPU, the graphics card. Let's not lose the head and start unplugging everything. There's a cable going across here which is stopping me. Where's that go to? Now that's a SATA cable. Okay, that's a data cable for something. What's that one? Get that out of the way. That'll maybe free this up. Here we go, getting somewhere now. That data cable was in the way. What's this for? That's clipped up. I think this was for probably not needed anymore. It was for the internal DVD player, but I don't use that anymore. So that's free. Is anything else connected to that? No. I've got to take this back off. That one at the top there is connected. That's going to be tricky to get into. Wow. So look, right up in there. I'm not saying I might not be able to use the old cables. I might have to put all new ones in. That's not so bad to get. That's it. So, quite a tall place, but there's a cable tie right there. Would you believe it? I've got a funny feeling I might have to take the CPU fan off this. I might not have to. Just got to be gentle when you're fumbling about trying to unclip cables. Yeah, I reckon that the safest thing to do is take that off. I might be able to just take one fan off. They come off pretty easy, the fans. They're just wee clips. You just click on the heatsink. There we go. And get that out of the way. So I don't really want to pull it out. Just give myself a little bit of space. There we go. Because it's very tricky up in there to get your hand in there. I might just be able to get onto that from here, just to snip that. Yeah, I've done it. Try not to let it drop down. You drop these into fans or into anything, these little cable ties, they can cause problems. There we go. Right, I can just pop that back on. I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else clipped up in there? There seems to be another clip in there. Let's have a look. Oh. It's been rebuilt and built and rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt. That's just holding the... Because it comes with an 8-pin CPU power, and I only needed a 4-pin, so it splits in half. Let's put this back on. Just get the top of this in first and then pop the bottom in. Right, let's take the back off this thing. Get all this back in. It's a nice machine. This is a wee bit outdated now, but you know, that's me. You don't need to spend all that money on the latest stuff. It still works. See, you've not got an awful lot of space here. You've got enough space. This is the. See, I'm getting a couple of cable ties ready. This is the wire I need to pull out. I'll try to do this as painless as possible because I don't have an awful lot of time to. I need the computer today, so just need to get it running as quickly as I can. See if that'll pop through there. In some cases you have masses of space behind the motherboard tray, but this one you don't have an awful lot. Although you've got this bit here, you could put cables in here and then make them nice and neat. It would be an idea actually. Just kind of make conduits. That's it. If you put little conduits, you know those cable tidies you get where you just stick it on the wall and then you can clip a cover over it. They'd be quite smart to have. I don't know if these are connected, these ones. Oh, actually, I'll keep them handy because I want to put the new cable the same way. I think they're fixed. They're fixed with the big one. Are they? Yeah, they're fixed. They're wired straight into the power supply. That big cable and the CPU power is just wired straight into the power supply. So in theory, this power supply should just pop out now. Once I've unscrewed it. Yeah, they're wired straight in. Got to remember to plug that data cable back in. Where is that data cable? Where did it come from? It's that one there. Which one's that? Oh, that's my main boot drive. So that goes on position 0. There's SATA 0. So you've got, or is it SATA 1? You've got one, because some of them go 0, 1, 2. I think the Asus goes 1. So that goes on SATA 1. Because Gigabyte go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever, 7, 8. But these start at 1, Asus starts at 1. That's fan cables, USB 3. Because I've got a USB 3 card in there. I don't know if the motherboard came with USB 3 or did I just want 2 USB 3s. I don't remember now, it's been a long time since I've been in here. It's got an 8-core processor, AMD, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a GTX 1050. Basically I've bought this because that's what they had in the shop. They didn't have anything else and I needed one. I just bought it. I didn't buy it because I particularly wanted to buy a GTX 1050. If it had a decent power supply, I would have bought it. Whatever was decent. I'm not sure I've got it set up properly either, because although it does seem more, does seem to render the videos quicker. Seems to have a lot more power than the other one I had. The other one was only a GTX 740, GT 740, so it's not really anything to write home about. Let's get this over now. That's it. This probe is still okay, it's just not powerful. I'll keep something in there. Something in there. Something's rattling about. Find out what that is. That'll be alright as a spare, that one. Try and get whatever's in there out. Right. Get a little cloth. Give it a wipe. I just checked the batteries on this camera because they're not very powerful, these batteries. What battery like? The battery's fine. Right, let's open up the box. See what we've got. I ordered this. When did I order this? Wasn't that long ago. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. It's Tuesday I ordered it. It's come very quickly. And I didn't even pay for fast postage, I just paid for, the cheapest postage they had. I wasn't really worried how long it took to come. So you've got that warranty card, you've got a power cable, you've got some wee screws, and it is semi-modular. Is it fully modular? It's not modular at all. Ah well, it's all cabled. So all those have to come out. What have I got in there? And what's this one? It's not modular at all. So what have I got there? I think that's Molex power going to there. That's going to have to come out. That powers the USB 3 card, that has to come out. I never noticed that. I just assumed it'd be modular. Could be because it's not a CX, it's a VS or something. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Because you get a lot more cables. Try and deal with that out of the way. Anyway, at least it's got more power. Just got to try and figure out what else. Obviously I've got SATA drives there. I'll go over there for now. I've got SATA drives there that are plugged in. There we go, they have to come out. And to use the one off that power supply, that's to come out. That else has to come out. If something else was there, was that Molex which needs to come out. That's Molex power. How's the batteries doing? Because it never warned you. I really need to invest in a decent camera, but just very expensive. Right. That's all the power cables. Let's have a look at this one. Get this bag. I try to rip bags open gently, so if I need to return it, I'm always quite gentle with it. I just rip the sellotape off. I didn't rip the bag, unfortunately, so if I need to return it, then I can return it in a good condition. Because I think people are getting fed up with folk returning things. So that just pops in there. Easy peasy. And we'll just screw it in position. I may use the new screws. Mind you, don't think there's anything wrong with these ones. Just use them. And just screw them in. I just put them in loose to begin with. So you can... There's a wee hole at the back there, I'm reaching through that wee hole just to push the power supply up snug, which makes it a bit easier. Because if you tighten them down too much, you can't move it around so that you can align the other screws. Sometimes they don't align properly. So if you keep it a wee bit loose, you've got a little bit of play, just to get it all kind of. And just snug them up. It doesn't have to be super tight, just nip them up. Tighten a little bit more. That's it. As soon as you feel resistance, half turn. There we go, or a quarter turn I should say. Okay, what have we got here? Ah, mess. So that's 24 pin, that's the one I need. That goes up to motherboard power. Right, pop that up underneath there. I don't really... Look, so what's there? Nothing really. Right, pop that in the motherboard power. That's it, clipped in nice. That's it. And we need CPU power. Should say on it somewhere. I mean, that looks like it, because that looks like power supply, GPU power, that one. You know, it's got different, that's for twin cards and stuff, isn't it? This is chip the battery on this thing. Yeah. And this is definitely CPU power, so this, I don't think it's as long as long a cable. It might be. Might go to the back there. I'm not sure if it will though, let's have a think. If that goes out there, try it. Pop it out. Pop it through there. Where did I have it before? I think I had it going out through there, didn't I? So if I have it going out through there, okay, and turn the computer around, it's not going to reach. So it has to come through that hole, and it has to be routed. It's a shorter cable, this far shorter. I've got another SATA cable there. What's that for? Oh, that was for the DVD. Pull this round. This has to be kind of routed a different way now. Kind of goes up. I don't like things going across diagonally. I like things to go at angles, you know. But that's okay. You've got little points here you could come off. You know. So if I go up, I know it has to go through one of these holes back here. I think it just feed. Because the other one came out, this one's bound to come out. Let's unclip it. These just unclip. He says. No, they unclip like that. Okay. And then you can put a cable tie around or a bit of tape or something. Because you only need to use the one. And it doesn't really matter which one you use. I just wonder if I got any tape. I haven't got any tape. Just use a cable tie. Just wonder if that would be too big to get through there. I need to get it through, don't I? If I'm careful, I could probably reuse that cable tie. Right, let's try and get that through. So look, where have we got space? Just get it through like that. There we go. It's going through. That's it. Once we get it through, we can cable tie that one back. So what am I doing? Just sort of see what I'm pushing and doing. It's just all the cables in there. Let's get this through. Oh, it's tight in there, tell you what. Right. Get this through. Okay, and then will I bother tying that up? I don't think it's going to make any difference. All I've got to do is try and get it on that connector. It's very, very difficult to get it on. It's very tight in there, that's all I think. See where the clip is, because the actual little clip is at the top, and the cable's coming through with the other retaining clip at the bottom. So you have to kind of turn the whole cable, and then try and get it in. Fortunately, there's no top fan. So, wow. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Right, this fan's got to come off. Fan's got to come off. We'll check the battery on the camera. You have to be kind of careful with these little tangs. They're very delicate. On the fans, the fan brackets, they're just little brackets that screw onto the fans. They're very, very delicate them. I know I've broken them. There you go. That gives me a little bit more space to get in there. All sorts of sharp things in here, aren't there? Let's check this, the batteries. Batteries are okay. Man alive. Difficult. Big hands, isn't it? Oh, it's cool, it's a really sharp cable that. That connector is very, very, got a really sharp bit on it. That's it, it's in. Whew. Right, put this back on. Make sure it's sitting kind of right on that edge there of the fan, of the heatsink, and just clip that back on. Make sure the little tangs are in that groove. See these little grooves here? Yeah, that's that on. That's the, I've got motherboard power, I've got CPU power, and I need so these are for fans, so leave them alone. That's all to be left alone. That's USB 3, leave that alone. That's a USB 3 pass-through that passes through. I could have done with that. But I'm going to move this cable, just a bit of cable management there. Put that like that. That'll be smarter. Be a bit neater. Get in there, just give it just a little tug. Make sure it's all the way seated. Is it all the way seated? Nope. Yeah, it is now. Right, I need SATA to go through here. That's not a problem. Pop that through. We'll get to that in a second. That's through there, and I need the graphics card, which is this one. It's the one I usually forget. Graphics card, and this is Molex. I need Molex, and I've got other Molex there. All this is spare now. I just have to. I could put it in there, I suppose. Just tie it up what I don't need. Right. I've got this graphics card here, and I only need 6 of these. Which way does it go? It goes that way. The clip in that on that PSU doesn't seem to be central. Like if I put this on, it's central. Let's just clip it in and see what happens. See the opposing clip. Yeah, it still goes on though. Oh well, that's the way it wants to be. I don't really like the look of the thought of that. That doesn't seem very good. I don't know when the batteries died, but anyway, I'm just putting the two hard drive power cables in the SATAs. Which way around do they go? I kind of want to go like that, so if I curl that in like that, it just naturally wants to sit like that, and that naturally wants to go. It doesn't feel very natural. It kind of wants to go higher. It'd sit more comfortably if it was higher. So that's okay, I can just move that. SSD up a bit if I can. I think it goes a bit higher. Does it go any higher? No, I think that's as high as it can go. I can put the other one down a little bit actually. Yeah, that's as high as that goes. I'll just unplug that one. Alright. Might be able to get it through. Yeah, just put it a bit lower. The hard drive a bit lower, and then I've got kind of, it's more of a natural kind of curve. That would actually be better if it was on the bottom, I think. The bottom of the PC. It's just a backup drive that where I store all my photos. Saves on clogging up the SSD. It's only a small SSD. That kind of sits, I think it sits a little bit better. Let's have a look. I just want it to sit as nicely as possible without any strain on it, without any strain on any of the connectors. I think that's okay at that. So there's no strain on any of the connections. It's easier to where did that go? I think that went on the mechanical drive, backup drive. That did, and then that goes up there. You just clip in, and that's alright. This cable can just be tied up somewhere, nice and neat. I kind of feed it in there a bit. There's a kind of groove there. And tie. I'm going to put another tie on there just to make sure it doesn't move. It won't move, but just to keep it in line. Let's hope it works. Done all this cable management. That kind of keeps it nice and neat. It's important that there's no pressure on anything, on any connectors. They all sit with a wee bit of free play. Right, so look at how we're doing. I think we can get the side panels on and I'll start it up, see if it works. I think I've got everything in okay. Power to everything that needed power. Right. So that's the PC put back together. And I have it on that big block of wood. Although it does have feet, I need to get bigger feet really on the, make it much taller. Although I have it taller at the back. It was just temporarily on a couple of little, they are actually computer feet. They're not very big, so I've got 2 sets of computer feet on the back, but they need to be glued on in position or just get newer feet from wherever. But I keep on the block, I don't set it on the carpet. Let's see if it starts. Alright, let's see if it starts up. I don't think there'll be any problem. To be fair, I've already tried it, and it seems quieter. Might be my imagination. There's a solid state drive in this, but I would like to probably format it and reload it. I've got the software there, I downloaded the software for this computer, so there we go. Starts up no bother. And it does seem a lot quieter. Yeah, because it was making a noise before, so there was a kind of, you could hear a fan. So that's it, that's a successful job. Didn't take that long either. I'm quite sure how long it took. I'll have a look at the video because I did it in real time, so it only took a few seconds putting the panels on and then plugging it all in the back, so just turn that off. Actually no, I'll just turn the camera off because I want to get on with things. Thanks for watching. It's the following day of that new power supply, and it's never missed a beat. It's a lot quieter. The car just going by, you probably hear that car. I don't know, but I don't want to put the old power supply back in and you'll hear the difference in sound. But just, it was very loud. I've got a funny feeling, well, I don't know really, I just thought maybe it was overheating, I'm not sure. But it's a lot more responsive, the PC. So that extra 100 watts, or unless the power supply was just old, it's been in there for a long time, that one. But it's running a lot better, starting quicker, everything's opening up far better. Even the internet seems quicker. I don't know why that would be the case, but there's just pages are loading quicker. Anything I need to do, if I'm going from the menu to menu, or say I'm on eBay and I have to go from one thing to another, open up my account or whatever, it's opening up far quicker. Don't know why that would be the case, but it just seems to be a far better computer. Still got to do some video editing. I'll edit this video, see what happens in it. But it hasn't frozen. It was freezing twice a day anyway, at least twice a day. Every day I'd have to reset it. Just hit the reset button just there. Where is that? It's there. But I think I've repaired it, which is good. And thanks again for watching.